guys. So today on How I Got Started as a Host, we have TEARA GALBRAITH. TEARA, how you doing?
Good, thanks. Thanks for having me.
Dude, yes, of course. I'm glad we got connected and stuff. I love your story. You're in the Yellowstone area.
Yes.
Yes. So the question we've all been wondering, how did you get started as a host?
It was kind of by accident, really. So we're in the Yellowstone area, just close to Yellowstone, and my family has been going there for years and years and years, and we especially would go like for a winter. That's where I learned about it, my husband's family cabin, and we went snowmobiling. And then after that, it was like, oh yeah, let's see what it's like when the snow's gone, and we'll go to Yellowstone. It's also not far from the Grand Tetons, and so we just went and we took all of our kids, and everything was just magical and dreamy, and they loved it. And so we have a large family, and I wanted to be able to come whenever we wanted and not just, sometimes. So I told my husband, let's find a place for us and we can have a cabin of our own. So we finally eventually found some place, and it was like dilapidated and sat out and unattended for a decade. And so my husband, who's super handy, we all just worked on it. We gutted them, and this one property had 2 buildings on it to live in or stay in. So we fixed one up enough for us to stay in, and then we fixed up the other one enough to be good to use all the time or whatever. And then we wanted to have internet, and we wanted to have little things. And then all of a sudden, as it, we started getting our places looking like places instead of like dumps.
Nice.
Then our friends are like, oh, we want to come see your place, and we'll pay for it. And I was like, what? You can just come. And then they're like, well, we kind of have a big family. We just want to stay at your place. We'll pay you. And I was like, why wouldn't I let you pay my internet bill? Why wouldn't I let you do that?
Right.
Sure. And so then I was just like, maybe this isn't a bad idea after all. Mm-hmm. So we just put a little bit more work into them and put them on there. And all of a sudden they just started booking like crazy.
That's awesome.
And then that's how it all started. And then later we bought a big place that houses 20-something people. And,
wow.
Yep. And then just this week, we bought another new place that's almost ready to announce. I have almost everything ready. But
nice. Congrats.
Thank you.
That's so cool.
Yeah.
So what year or when did you start in terms of year, like 20?
Our first year of renting to like guests we didn't really know most of was 2019. 2019,
awesome. Mm-hmm. Awesome. And so bringing you to 2021 today, and you're at 4 rentals, which is super awesome.
Yes. We're really lucky. I feel really lucky that we were able to do that.
Yeah.
So
what have been some challenges being a host?
Probably like one of the biggest challenges is being not close, because I want to go, I want all my guests to come in, and I want to be the one that welcomes them and be like, look at this awesome custom door that we made, and look in here, and you can warm your boots up here, or here's where you go float the river, or here is where Yellowstone is. Like, I want to do that. But it's also hard because if there's something wrong, or if they need me physically and I can't get someone else physically there, we're kind of far away, like 4 hours away. So that's kind of a challenge. But luckily, 99% of the time, our people there are super reliable, and I don't have that much of a worry. But if I had to say what was hard, that's hard, being not in the store.
Gotcha. What was the hardest part about starting as a host?
Doing all of everything except for the cabin getting ready stuff. All of that was kind of hard to encompass all at once. Like, was I going to do Airbnb or was I going to do Verbo? At that point, I wasn't a very good, I wasn't familiar with traveling on those services anyway. And so I watched a lot of YouTube.
Yes.
Listened to some podcasts, and I was like, okay, I'm on it. I'm listening. I'm learning. So it was hard because I didn't have any of my own peers to personally talk to at the very beginning. Now, though, I have met some really cool hosts and people that even have cabins up where our cabin is that live close to me. I'm discovering new friendships that way, and so I'm really excited to make a collaboration of people up there so that we can work together and be like, come and look at all this cool stuff and be nice to the locals.
Yes. Definitely be nice to locals. No, for sure. Did you grow up near or in Yellowstone?
No, I grew up in Idaho, though. And so when I was a kid, I had gone there, I don't know, maybe only twice, maybe only once. But now I live in Utah. It seems like I have gone there more now that I live in Utah than when I lived in Idaho. But it works out. I have another full-time job, and so I work like Sunday through Wednesday. So I have awesome long weekends, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, that we go up, come back if we need to.
Cool.
Work up there if I need to. I feel really lucky because I hear horror stories about people who have their places mistreated, or that doesn't really happen to us much. Luckily, like knock on all the wood in there.
Oh yes, the virtual wood. Yeah, no, it was good.
We've had some weird things, like some goofy circumstances, but not as many. Most people just come and they're like, oh, what a fun place. And then they rest, and then they wake up really early because you have to see the bears. You got to go early. And so they go to the park all day and all night, and then they come back and they're, this place has a little hot tub they can relax in and get ready for the next day. So it's super fun. Cool. I feel lucky that way.
No, totally. So for Yellowstone, what's the busy season in Yellowstone?
Summer.
Cool.
Yeah. This Yellowstone is pretty much busy except for in the spring and fall. It's the busiest season in the summer for sure. And this summer wasn't really any different. The only difference was that international travel was shut down, and so it was still super busy, just with
locals,
not international
or yes,
people.
Americans.
Yeah. Just because some people are like, it's the Great American Road Trip, and they all took advantage of it.
It truly is like this last summer, and probably even this next one, but in reality, that's so interesting. Yeah, because where do people internationally typically, where are they from who are traveling to Yellowstone?
I already have bookings right now this summer from the Netherlands and Italy.
Nice.
But actually, I did in 2019 also, but not 2020. But I would say there's definitely a high Asian, totally popular with Asians by the busloads.
Cool.
Hopefully they get a chance to come this summer too.
Yes, absolutely, and stay at your place, one of your 4 places. What does it mean to be a good host to you? Like, what does that look like?
A good host to me is friendly and cheerful and honest. Sometimes I have to give my guests bad news, like the guest before them broke my brand new basketball game on accident, but I couldn't get a new one up there, and maybe they wouldn't have even cared. But I'm like, I can't get a new basketball game up there before you're there, and I just wanted to tell you the truth. And she's like, thank you so much. That's much better than arriving and seeing some put away thing they can't use. So
right.
I think honesty and just friendliness, and if they ever are frustrated, I just let them get it all out and tell me all about it. And then I try to fix it for them the best I can.
That's so good. Yeah. If you had to give some advice to someone who's thinking about starting to become, or like who wants to become a host, what advice would you give them?
I think it's a little more popular now than it was even 3 years ago when we were like trying to think of things. And I think just look on for peers, and if you don't have peers, look for some podcasts or some YouTube videos. And I mean, I found the last probably 2 years have been such a knowledge giver in social media, more for me than anything else. I'm hungry for, more knowledge. I'm trying to build an empire here, so I think using those resources, I'm just taking them to my advantage. So I would tell anyone else to just not be afraid to ask anyone around you, and then go to the social services. They're gonna give something you can start from.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Well, let's this is a good segue. Let's look into your current empire. So we
empire on the way.
Yes, no, this is good. A lot, you're so ahead of the game. I just want to say that first and foremost, by having your own website, and secondly, by having a booking direct website, which we can dive into. So which was the first place that you...
The very first place. Okay, so the chalets, they are the two places on the one property. So the big chalet, go ahead and click on there. That's where we the big one.
Oh, this is the one you're in right now. Okay, or the virtual. Okay,
yeah,
cool.
Yeah,
okay, cool.
Yeah, okay, yep. And then if you go down, this cute little descriptions and things, there's our availability calendar.
Yeah, heck yeah.
And then down, I think we'll have some cool pictures.
Oh, very
there
cool.
She is. Yes.
Love it.
Yeah. Concrete countertops. Not everybody has those, but we got to do them 2 times because I got a little extra and I messed them up. And so, anyway, they're the best concrete countertops.
Yeah. Not once, but twice. Oh, that's awesome. Oh, man. Here's some more stuff. Here we go.
Ah, yes.
Good stuff. Gas, correct? Yes.
Yes.
Gas.
Yeah, that makes it so handy.
Yeah.
Yeah. So this actual cabin was built by the own. At first, we bought it from the people who got it from him, but his name was George Marriott, and he was a videographer for Disney.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Wow.
That's awesome. We found a lot of fun stuff in the garage.
Good stuff.
Yeah.
Definitely has a cabin feel. Love it.
Yes. Some of the things are like, there's a really cool barrel chair that came out of one of the playhouses in town before they tore it down and moved down the street. So I'm all nostalgia. I'm like, and this came from down the street. Mm-hmm. Yes. I always say, if it's raining at the cabin, it's better raining at the cabin than it's raining at home.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Or if you're from like Southern California, it's just nice when it rains in general. Yes.
We
don't get too much rain.
Where our cabins are right by the Henry's Fork, beginning of the Snake River. So there's floating. It's crystal clear. There's salmon runs. There, it is literally magical. Sparkles.
Yeah, that looks amazing.
Yeah, 4-wheeler riding trails all over the place. You could ride from our place to Yellowstone on a 4-wheeler or a snowmobile. It's pretty amazing.
Ooh, fire. Here we go.
Everyone needs some s'mores.
That's so cool. Oh, in terms of wood, if you're a guest, like where do you get wood?
There is usually a pile of wood there, but we don't provide like stacks of wood. Usually people just grab it from like off the highway. They got cells, or from the gas station. They have those sorts of bundles of wood if they need them.
Cool.
Like I said, my husband's pretty handy, and so we always have like bits of wood anyway. So there's usually like a pile.
Yeah, no, that's cool. Fireworks.
Yeah, all the celebrations. There's fireworks over the lake, and that's 4th of July.
Very cool.
So amazing.
Oh, wow.
Oh, this is just down the way. This is called Mesa Falls. You can get there with your national park pass, where it's like $5 to park. But if you go in the morning, the mist from the waterfalls make a rainbow metropolis.
Wow.
It is amazing. And they have little like walking bridges that you can almost touch the waterfall. You can walk right up to it. And most of the time people drive right past this because it's on the way to Yellowstone, and people don't really see it because they're like, Yellowstone, you're
gotta get to Yellowstone. Yeah. So where is this located?
This is if you're going to Yellowstone from the south, it's on the way. It's probably it's in Island Park. So when you are heading north, it is one of the scenic byways in Island Park that you pass. Most people pass.
So like if you Googled Island Park, Yellowstone?
If you Googled Mesa Falls.
Mesa Falls. Okay. Mesa Falls, guys.
Yes.
That's so cool.
And they even have like a ranger station, and they have like, anyone that has kids or not can go in there and see all the, information about Rocky Mountains and history of the area.
Bring it up. Here it is.
Gosh. Oh, see the walking bridge. You can walk right up
cool.
to,
Oh, awesome. That's the rainbow in the morning.
One of them. Yeah, there's a lot in the mornings.
No way. That's so cool. Oh, wow. And then during the snow season. Wow.
You have to snowmobile in there in the snow season because if you get stuck, they're not going to pull your car out. They'll save you, but
leave the car.
Yeah.
Oh, man. Well, at least you get saved.
Yeah. This is super popular with the kayaking crew too. There's parts of the river where you can do some pretty gnarly kayaking too.
Wow.
And easy kayaking for 2-year-olds. We have it all.
Okay. I love that, kayaking for 2-year-olds. I'll have to convince my future wife about that one. But come on, it's fine. Oh no.
Some of the river we have to get out and walk, so it's not very deep at some of the parts.
Got it. I could just imagine some people being scared, but I'm all for it. Hey, okay, fireworks, more beautiful scenery.
Yeah.
This is Mesa Falls.
Yeah.
Very cool.
It's phenomenal. There's 2 parts of Mesa Falls. There's like Upper Falls and Lower Falls. So we like to make a picnic lunch and go and have picnic at one of them, and then we'll go to the other one and see the ranger station and walk up to there's a huge osprey nest that they have a telescope pointed at where you can see the little babies every year. I mean, for $5 parking.
Yeah.
Is pretty amazing.
Yeah.
Muskrat.
Oh, it's
a muskrat.
Oh.
Yes.
Good photo.
The history of the area is just really amazing too, because Island Park, had one of the first rail pickups, and that's how everyone started getting travel to Yellowstone National Park, was because of that. It's not there anymore, but it used to be. And that's what all the trails are now, are the old train track.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
Is that some kind of animal hanging out?
Looks like a cat.
Hey.
Good eyes.
Canoeing, kayaking, yes.
Yes.
Cool.
Yes.
Oh, for kayaking in your area, where do people rent? Yeah.
You can Google places to rent. They're usually like $80 for a kayak for one trip to rent, or sometimes you can look on Airbnb for kayak experiences.
Good.
And they're only $50. And or there's other places you can contact for, and I have it in my blog too, where you can just come and rent the kayak yourself, even a trailer.
Excellent. Who is this?
This fun little story. We got that in Scotland at a castle, and it was when we first bought it, and it was all dilapidated, and we just were being funny, and we're like, we're gonna go put this at our little crazy little cabin that we have.
Yes.
It's just dorky.
That's awesome. I love that. So good.
So yeah, there it is.
Through some reviews. Oh, and the map. Yes, love that. If any of you are wondering where Yellowstone is at, it's right here.
Yes.
Good stuff.
And we're right next to like the Continental Divide.
Yep.
So it's really fun to get some fun pictures on there. Cute.
Love it.
Cute.
Love it. Is there anything else on the website? I mean, it's all important, but
my blog always has some fun things.
Here we go. Very cool.
I use the blog to also educate my guests and anyone else. So we have lots of things like events that are happening, safety things from the locals about snowmobiling or fishing. There's the installation of the hot tub.
Yes.
That was.
I'm all about it.
This is the little chalet here, and this is just a cute little place that just used to be a sleeping porch when we bought it. Right behind me was actually a closet, and
Really?
Upstairs was about 10 toddler beds and twin beds.
Nice.
It was really rough in there at first, but so here she is.
That's so cool. You're right there.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
And
Like, there you are. Okay, sorry.
yeah, here I am.
Oh, cool. And nice and cozy.
Yeah, so when I went up there, I was like, this A-frame's really gonna bug me, and it's gonna bug everyone else. But so what happened was I scooched it kind of to the side over there, and I put the most comfortable mattress and linens. So, and actually right now I have like a little step up in front of it, but and I've never had anyone complain. Plus I have all these little happiness everywhere, like, let's get cozy, snuggle next to me, let's stay here. And so I just want to exude togetherness, and everyone seems to get it. So I'm pretty excited about that.
That's awesome.
Yeah. And that door, I just gotta brag.
Yes.
That door, my husband, he made himself, and it is phenomenal. I bet go up a little bit more to it. Let me show you something cool. Scroll up to that door.
This door?
In the top right of that is 5 little pennies. Right, go down.
Oh yeah, right here.
Yeah.
Okay.
He's so creative. Those pennies all represent each one of us.
Oh.
Right there on it. So
That's so cool.
cute little story.
That's very detailed. That's so cool. I love how you have a blog, like, just so great.
Oh, click that video real quick. This is a drive up to the top of the mountain from where I took the picture below. But it is, once you get up there, you can see pretty much the whole world. It's Sawtell Mountain. You can see Henry's Lake. You can see all the way, you could see the Snake River beginning, and you could take your 4-wheeler up here. You could probably see where I end up pulling over, or my husband pulled over so we could let them go. And then once you get up there, it is Yeah, go ahead, fast forward it.
Oh, looks great.
It is.
This is YouTube Inception. This is a video within a video. I love this. Okay.
Right there, it feels like Super Mario Brothers, or you think you're gonna fall off, but you don't.
Cool.
But anyway, it's got those spectacular views. That's all from that theme drive.
That's amazing. Wow.
I just don't think there's any sad days in Island Park.
Dude, yeah. Happiest place on earth.
Yeah. Oh, look. There you go. There they are. Jumping
awesome.
for joy.
Oh, it's so cool.
There's another part of the river that we float. It's like you could just... We have a minimum rental of 3 nights, but it's really not enough because most people go to Yellowstone. Well, they get there the first night and sleep, and then they wake up early and go to Yellowstone that whole day, come home, sleep. That's the second night. And then they wake up and go to Yellowstone, sleep, and come home. And then they haven't even hung out all the cool stuff. They haven't gone to Mesa Falls. They haven't gone to Johnny Sack's cabin. They haven't done all the magical stuff that's just right there.
Yeah. Looks like you post regularly on the blog, which is great. That's so cool. Wow, that's amazing.
Okay, let me tell you a little secret. You want to know like a Yellowstone secret?
Yes, please.
Okay, so this is the famous Grand Prismatic Spring, and to get this view, you take the walkway. There's a Grand Prismatic view walkway, and it's flat. It's easy. Kids could do it. Elderly could do it. It's not difficult. So you take this, and you got to go early, and you go take this little walk, and you get up to this peak, and this is the view. But if you keep going, instead of turning back and going back to the car, you keep going a little bit further, you run into Fairy Falls Waterfall. It's when you very first pull into Yellowstone from the south, from West Yellowstone's gate, and you look over, you see a huge waterfall in the distance. But you can walk up to it, you can swim in it, it's freezing. But anyway, that's pure Yellowstone water. And so then you could go a little bit further down the path, and you come across what's called the Imperial Geyser. Nobody knows about the Imperial Geyser. Nobody does. And so for those who find it, it is like the most blue and...
Wow.
Oh, are you finding it? Yeah.
Yeah, I just pulled it up.
Yes.
People typically don't visit this part.
Yeah. So the very first left, the one on the left, there you go. That Fairy Falls to Imperial Geyser. Yep. So you walk around and you don't even see this geyser. You're on a like kind of skinny trail on the edge of the forest, and then you turn this bend, and there it is. And it is going, and it's just talking to you from the center of the earth. It is stellar. It's amazing. You just have a huge, huge smile on your face because you never seen anything amazing like that except for Old Faithful. Mm-hmm. And this is even cooler.
Wow. It's like the what is it, Cinderella? Like the stepsister, like it's like the Cinderella of the story. No,
yeah. Old Faithful's been there around, and but the real secret is Imperial Geyser.
These are very cool. Oh, these are golden nuggets here. So like, if you're thinking about visiting, oh my gosh, that's so cool. I'm just it makes me happy when people post on their blog like regularly, and give those tips and things, and there's it looks like there's a lot of animal. Well, like Yellowstone, there's a lot of animals and stuff. So
this is in our driveway. We had about 5 or 6 moose crossing into our driveway, and I think they were. Oh yeah, look at them. Just talking to each other.
Just hanging out.
You can see them below. Oh yeah, see below they are going too.
Oh,
they're the coolest things. Those moose are rad.
That's so rad.
I like to highlight local businesses too, so that's what that barbecue one is. Like I said, I like to collaborate with locals and share the knowledge.
Yeah, because the places to eat. Yeah.
Yes.
Super good. It looks amazing.
This guy, yeah, from Texas, came up here, is going to start running a brand new restaurant in Island Park that is connected to a playhouse. And so it's going to be really rad here in the next, I don't know, year and a half.
That looks amazing. Very cool. Awesome. Are there any other secrets? I'm sure you have so many of Yellowstone you'd like to share with us.
Okay, I have another secret that I've shared. So, because most people want to see bears.
Yes.
So, nobody sees bears in Yellowstone unless you wake up early. You have to wake up early. Bears hang out in the morning and the night. And so, if you wake up early in Island Park and head up to Lamar Valley.
All right, let me look that up.
Lamar Valley. Every time I've sent anyone up to Lamar Valley first thing in the morning, they get there in the early afternoon, like late morning, really, probably. It's a couple, 2-3 hours.
That's so good. I've never seen a bear that big in person, so.
We've had bears on our property too before, and so to get into our garbage can, we had a guest that didn't put the lid all the way closed. And so, which, let's just plug that real quick, because if the bears come and get into the garbage, then they're like, hey, your leftover ribs are way more better than the berries over here, so I'm gonna come back tomorrow and see if you've got leftover chicken. And then that's what's a nuisance. And then you know what happens? Accidents
can happen.
Bad day for the bear, and I don't want bad days for bears.
Right, or for people.
Close your garbage cans.
Yes, no, totally. Protect the bears, protect yourself. Everybody wins.
We had one where I kept getting a notification that kept telling me that my camera was going off, but I was kind of used to it. So I was in a meeting, so I ignored it. And so like an hour later, I get to it, and there was a bear all over the place, like looking at their car and this car, and I was like, oh my gosh. So I called one guest, my husband called the other guest, and we're like, don't go outside, because 45 minutes ago there was a bear. And we have bear spray, but you have kids. It's just
right.
And not very much long after, both those guys came out, and they're like, because they wanted to see a bear, but it had already gone by. But anyway, it was funny.
No, totally. Well, cool. Thanks, TEARA, so much for sharing about Yellowstone, how you got started as a host, some little secrets for you guys out there who are wondering if you're thinking about going to Yellowstone, and you are thinking about staying at a place and you want to get even more secrets. I'm sure TEARA has loads of more information. She's just filled with a wealth of information for Yellowstone. And anything else you wanted to share before we log off?
Anything I probably will think of afterwards, but thank you.
Always.
It was so good to meet you, and
likewise.
Excited for this. It was really fun.
Yeah, so good. Thank you so much for making the time also. It's really good. Okay, cool. Until next time. And one day I will visit Yellowstone, and I will visit you. This will be cool.
Yeah,
cool. Okay, cool. See you guys.